Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you to the new subscribers. I definitely appreciate you all. It's been a while since my last video, so let's just get right to it. Today, I want to talk about the loan that I took out to go to Coding Dojo. If you don't know by now, Coding Dojo is a coding boot camp I went to about 2 years ago, and I was able to finally pay off my loan. I'm here to give you some details. I'm super excited. I want to say it was a long time coming, but it just seemed like a long time. It wasn't really that long. I have some notes, and I'm going to go over some details for you, just about just the length of the loan and those sorts of things. We're going to run through those things and to give you an idea for yourself if you're thinking about going to a coding boot camp, or if you're in a situation now where you went, you got a loan, and now you're trying to figure out, where to go from here. I can't give you too much insight into that, but at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit of the details of kind of just the nuances and things like that. So as far as the loan is concerned, I did a video a while back about the loan that I did, and I went through a company called Earnest, and so yeah, it was Earnest, and they were able to fund my coding bootcamp endeavors. So I thank you to them. When I got the loan, they directly paid it to Coding Dojo. I did not get the money first. It wasn't anything like that. They sent the money to them directly. I gave them the details of who needed it. They talked to Coding Dojo's people in the finance department, and they got it all squared away for me. So I didn't have to do any of that. The thing about this loan is, this one in particular, if you are looking to include living expenses in your loan, they're not going to cover your living expenses. You're on your own with that. Luckily for me, I had savings, so I used my savings in order to have my living expenses while I went through the program. And I just needed this money to just pay for the program directly. So I guess the biggest question is, how much was the loan? I ended up getting the loan for $7,450. Now, I also had a scholarship that took care of some of the payment as well. Altogether, I'd rounded up to about $9,000 that I paid for the program. But if that's not true, I'll put it somewhere on this here screen so you all can know the real amount, so I'm not just throwing numbers at you that aren't real. But yeah. So let's say for now, roughly $9,000 spent on the entire boot camp. That was an entry level price because they were new to the Dallas area. So they added like a kind of like an introductory price, not necessarily entry level, but more introductory level price. And so I was able to get that payment secured in, or that amount secured in for the cost of the entire program. Going back to the loan, it was a 24-month loan. So for everyone out there, that's 2 years. I had 2 years to pay off this loan. Roughly payments were about $340. I'm rounding up. And so per month. And so when the payments started, they started October 1st, 2016. I went to the Coding Dojo starting March 2016 and it ended July 1st. 2016. So I had 3 months before I had to start paying back this 24-month loan. Those are pretty much all the questions that I could think of right now regarding the loan. Pretty simple and straightforward loan. The loan APR is going to depend on your credit at the time. The biggest thing, when you take out a loan, your biggest fear is, crap, how am I going to pay this back? Believe me, I had that same fear of, how am I going to pay this loan back? What if I don't get a job from this, etc., etc. And based on my personal experience, I'll tell you what I had to go through. And again, some of this is outlined in another video that I've already put out. And so I'll link that as well if you're interested in watching. But a part of my journey when I graduated from the Coding Bootcamp, I didn't end up getting a job as a developer right away. It was not my first job. That's 100% transparent. It helped that I had that coding bootcamp experience, that coding experience under my belt, because the company I did get hired at, they liked that I had that skill set. Did they need that skill set? In my honest opinion, no, they didn't need to hire somebody with that skill set. But they liked that I had that on my resume and that I was knowledgeable in that subject area. With that being said, I got my first job right about September. And again, if I get the dates wrong, I'll link the right ones here. But I got my first job, let's say September of 2016, and I had to start paying back a loan in October. So I got in just enough time before I had to start paying them back. And believing me, I was like, how am I going to make this work? And I thought about like just getting an odd job just to pay off the loan and to continue searching for a real job that I wanted, a real job. But I thought about doing that because I was pressed for time. You may have to take a job that you don't want to in order to pay this back. However, now there's like a whole different mindset that I have, and I think it's because I've done a lot more research and I know a lot more, and I'm more confident, I guess, in my abilities, that I would say instead of just getting any old odd job, if you find yourself in this situation like I was, needing to pay back a loan and you don't have a job at that moment, I would say create your own job. Go out there, be an entrepreneur, okay? So what that means is that you are going to hunt for businesses that need websites. Web development is probably the easiest thing to get into after you get out of a coding boot camp. And it's probably going to be the most comfortable thing to you. If you're very comfortable with creating applications, either mobile applications or web applications and stuff like that, I'd say hit the ground running and go for that. If nothing else, get into web development, make some websites, and make yourself some money and charge enough that it will at least cover that loan and any other expenses that you may have. Now, also beware that you may not be able to come out the gate at charging $100 per hour for stuff. Don't expect that. I'm just saying, be honest with yourself about how much your abilities and skills are worth to other people, and then go from there. This is just some helpful advice. Never pay a loan back with a credit card. So if you find yourself in a rut and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay back this loan? Okay, don't swipe a credit card to do it. It's just going to incur more debt later. That's silly. Don't do that to yourself. I would recommend either, like I said before, getting an odd job or getting a job in web development, trying to find some kind of contract work that's remote, something that you could do to where you're not tied down and you could still go ahead and search for that dream job that you're looking for. I think that's pretty much it. I just really wanted to share my great news with you all. And give you some motivation. So if you're in Coding Bootcamp, you got a loan and you're like, what do I do now? How am I going to make this work? Don't fret. It's going to be okay. You have to put in the work still in order to get that job that you want, but it's possible in the end. So thank you for watching. I will check you later in another video. Hopefully it will not take as long as this one did to put out. But anyways, I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.